Celebrating truth, love, and beauty. Okay, so we have a few books here right now. Oh wait, is this charging? Oh, it is charging. Okay. Sometimes when it's plugged into the computer, it ends up losing its power, I think, if the computer is no longer charging. I gotta say, I'm gonna give you a little tutorial on how I charge my my PS4 controller. At this point, whatever charging cable I'm using, and it shouldn't work like this because I think it almost has to work when you plug it into your PS4. But at this point, I think the only way that it'll charge, or the last time I tried, was specifically using, at least with this cable, plugging this cable into that computer and doing it while the computer is up and running. And then maybe if it's the computer is plugged in, while you close the computer, then it'll stay charging. Let's see again. No, it's not charging anymore. See, I'm glad I checked now because if it didn't stay charging, guess what? I think it was actually going to lose its charge faster because I think I saw that happen once. This is the most finicky charging controller I've ever seen. It's a legit PS4 controller. It's an actual Sony brand, but I've dropped it a few times and maybe I fucked up the charging, which would be sad, man. I guess I'll have to get another. I'll get another one soon enough. I've got 3 PlayStation 4 controllers now, and 2 of them are like semi broken. One of them's not. Okay, first, before we get into our shit, someone will be trying to fuck with me throughout the stream. So let's. But the only way she can't get you is by you letting go. How about that? I think that one's pretty good. The only way she can't get you is by you letting go. And here's the thing, like, she'll try to get into literally everything. Like, you fucking stir that spoon, she'll try to, like, the energies will try to, like, get into the spoon and contaminate the coffee. It's like, wow, Matt, that sounds like you're living in a nightmare and also delusions. It's like, you know, I don't know. Once you get to a certain point of, like, negative energy going on around you, and here's the thing, once you get certain indications that it is the case, like, for example, I've said this before, but, like, I'll start releasing, like, I'll let go, and I'll actually be in a good place where I'm finally like, you know what, like, I'm alright, yeah, I'm feeling fine. And then that's when, like, a big, like, fucking someone drops the fucking toilet seat as hard as they can on the other side of the house, or, like, basically indications of someone else getting angry. It's like, yeah, you fucking think I'm joking. Yeah, have fun with your life where you get the... I don't like the term privilege because it's like, who gives you a privilege? Oh, I'm assigning you a privilege. That means I'm your fucking master. Anyone who says that's your privilege, and they're saying it as if they're assigning it to you, they're talking as if they're your master. So fuck anyone who says that, right? That's your privilege. Like, any cop will say that's your privilege or whatever. I don't know. Not all cops are as bad as all other cops, except that they're all serving the state in that function. But hold on. But, you know, some of them can definitely be way nicer people than other ones. And I'll tell you what, I'll say this in support of cops, not as their role in society or whatever, not for what they do, or for the money they make from other people, but I'll say this in support of them. Usually you find a more stand-up, like, friendly, easygoing, approachable person in a cop than you do in your average, you know, sheep. So it's actually, I would say it's actually, like, spiritually, cops are probably, like, I mean, in some ways they're lower. They're the fucking bottom rung because they are the force arm of the most evil people in the world. But on another level, the cops are actually, like, similar to soldiers and stuff. On another level, you'll find someone who's, like, probably pretty disciplined, probably a pretty good guy, probably not looking to go out and, like, really just, like, fuck with you just because you seem to be doing well. You know, they're probably more, you know, maybe the opposite, where you'd think, like, they'll fuck with you if you look like, if you're not doing well, or I don't know. But in any case, you know, it's like, if that versus someone who's, like, your personal torturer and trying to hold you back in life, whew, I'd rather talk to a cop. I wouldn't rather a cop come try to talk to me, because then he probably has some bad ideas for me. But, you know, I criticize cops a lot. I'll say this. Most cops seem spiritually better than most people. Or most cops seem like maybe just cleaner, energetic. I don't know. Maybe on some level not or no, but most cops I think seem on some level like you'd rather hang around with them than otherwise. And as Mark Passio says, actually, like cops generally hang around with each other. Like they're sort of, I don't want to necessarily say this, but it seems like they might be sort of insulated from society if indeed they do hang out with each other, you know, hang out in Freemason whatevers. It's like, okay, like, well then, like they are like sort of a group, like, and it's a group that you're not going to meet except if they've got some problems with you, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's not great. But anyway, so I'm not here to say they're good, but I am here to say someone will fuck up your life, and like, believe me, the police and the state have fucked up my life. But then the person who might finish the fucking job is a person who's not a cop, who just wants to tear you the fuck down. And literally to the point where when you're feeling good, then you'll start to hear them making angry noises elsewhere right near you. It's like they fucking hate you. But the only way she can't get you is by you letting go. The only way to win is by letting go. Not suppression, but letting go. And to finish it out, the only thing they can get you with are emotions. And they can't even really get you with that. Okay. Oh, was I supposed to run away from that dragon the first time? Okay. Oh, backstep. Wait a second. How do I backstep? What? Oh, backstep is just circle. Okay. I like that. Because you'd think backstep would be back circle. Similar. Well, in Resident Evil 4, it's actually turn around. Quick turn is like back and the equivalent of circle. I say the equivalent because I'm thinking maybe of the GameCube. Or maybe I'm thinking of the PS4. I don't know. But how do I get up there? Like, Matt, you got some nice red, black, and white going on. Are you trying to do a Nazi thing? No, but that is funny, isn't it? And I'm actually not. Like, you know, I've obviously criticized statism, but I'm also very critical of like just mainstream propaganda. And so, you know, who gets a bigger who gets hated more than Nazis, right? You know, what kind of fucking what kind of movie do you make? As someone pointed out, I don't know if this is totally true, but like someone pointed out, maybe on Substack or something the other day, you know, like Hollywood has made countless movies demonizing Nazis, and you know, if they're statists, then yeah, okay, whatever. Well, but then they've made like 0 movies demonizing Stalin, Mao, Mussolini. It's always just the Nazis. It's like there's never anything demonizing any of the fucking other guys. And it's like, I mean, there is the death of Stalin, but that's like a fucking comedy movie. That's the equivalent of well, that's funny, Freudian. Never a Nazi movie coming out ever. Like all the Nazi movies, Inglourious Bastards, killing Nazis, the Tom Cruise movie where he goes and kills the Nazis, whatever. All these things. Never one has ever been made, and then they make a fucking Nazi comedy. And that's the extent of it. That's the equivalent of that. If you want to point to the death of Stalin, they made a Nazi comedy after 60 or whatever years or 80 years, whatever, of never making a movie about the Nazis. All right, so death of Stalin doesn't really count, or if it does, it shows you just how paltry it's been. I'm not looking for I'm not like waking up like I'm angry at Stalin or Mussolini or something, but I'm saying like, that is very interesting. And so if you're like, oh, Matt, you're looking kind of Nazi there with your colors, it's like, well, you know what? Maybe I'd rather look like that than any other given thing, because clearly one group gets shit on all the time, just like white people get shit on all the time, by the way. Oh, no, black people get shit on all the time. I don't know what mainstream media you're watching, man. Yeah, black people get used like crazy. I wouldn't, you know, I don't fucking... I don't envy the public image of black people because they get used like crazy, and then the actual good people who see through the propaganda then look at them and they're like, if they haven't totally seen through it, they might be more likely to dislike black people because black people are put up as like, oh, as long as you're black, you're great. You can be like an ugly, like fat, like angry, mean piece of shit, but if you're black, like we're gonna look to you like you're the best person in the room. It's like you treat someone like that long enough, people start to dislike them. So black people have been used very badly. But what I will say is, you're totally allowed to make fun of white people. You're totally allowed to make fun of and kill Nazis. You're totally allowed to kill Christians if it's in the right slight context, like in the movie Kingsman. You can kill a fucking church full of Christians with fucking asshole, what's his name, Colin Firth, going through and literally brutally slaughtering a church full of Christians. And if you put it in just the right context, it's okay. In a movie, I mean. But I literally mean in a movie. I'm not doing the synthetic man in Minecraft thing right here. But you can do anything you want in a movie to Christians, Nazis, and then in terms of like, you can't do anything you want necessarily to just white people in like media, but you can say anything, literally anything you want about white people in mainstream media, and it's fine. And so if it looks like I didn't plan this, but if it looks like I've got some like red, black, and red, black, and white going on here, it's like I'd feel better about that than any of the people who are just approved targets. Because if you're an approved target, then either you're controlled opposition or you're the good guys. Because who's the bad guys? The bad guys are the people behind the media. It's like, well, Matt, are you saying somebody with the J terminology? And I'm like, no, I mean whoever's behind the media. I don't know if it's that simple. If it is that simple, I guess the answer would be that whoever's behind the bad stuff would be the bad guy, but I'm not sure it's that simple.
Oh, you're no Hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity.
I love this shit, man.
You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I will.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit.
I hope so, man.
There's an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask.
Oh, nice. Okay.
An undead favorite.
Undead favorite. I like how he said, thou who is undead is chosen, because that sort of sounds like thou who is still alive is chosen. Or undead, I guess you could say, oh, you know what? I think this might be like super fucking Masonic allegory. I think undead might be actually meant to represent like the people who are not the dead in society. Like Jesus, let the dead bury their dead. Or let the dead bury the dead, or like the Masons calling people the dead, etc. I'm not saying the Masons are good, but the people who still have some sense of fire, some sense of like, wow, like I'm not just gonna fucking fall into like just nothing, and I'm not just gonna turn into a drone and try to take everyone else down like I'm turning into an Agent Smith all the time. No, I've got some fire going, and so I know I'm chosen because I've realized, like, because I have the fire. That's how I know I'm chosen. So if you get what I'm saying, you could take heart, man. If you don't get what I'm saying, then maybe fucking try to look into it, do some meditation and shit. And it's not, let go, actually. Like, once you start letting go, I think that's a quick way to knowing what I'm saying. I'd say check out The Power of Now, though. I think that's what really helped me out. Okay, let's go.
And this.
Ooh, Undead Asylum, F2 East
Now
Key,
I
great.
must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
I would hate to harm you after death. Is that him saying that, like, he could potentially influence us in a way where we fall back into total, like, soul destruction or something? I don't know. But I've got it right down on the bottom of the screen. Anyone needs to see it. Let go.
Now I must bid farewell.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, so I'm the Wanderer right now. Oh, shit. What? Oh, he's dead. Okay. Okay, first let's go check this dead body. Does he look dead? Oh shit, he's totally gone. Okay. Somebody try to fight him? No. Oh, was that his blood stain? I can't believe it, man. Use item. What item? Okay. Do I have to fight the dragon or... Oh, I can just go. Do I want to go back and kill the dragon? Let's just fucking go, man. We gotta get out of this asylum. We don't have to kill that dragon. Oh, I guess we have to, don't we? Oh my god. I forgot about this part. Okay. We start with 5 Estises? Are you kidding me? That's pretty good. That's like 5 fucking heals that you never lose. Okay. I mean, that can be replenished. Fuck, dude. Okay. I've got like no room in here. Okay. How do I lock on in this fucking game? Oh, R3, okay. I don't want to hit the wall too much and make my sword disintegrate faster. Yeah, I'm facing the attacks though, man. Hold on. Yeah. Ooh boy. Okay. The only way for you to win is to let go. What exactly is it? The only way to win is by letting go. There we go. Not suppression, but letting go. Oh, yeah. You know, I think I'd do well to use the Sedona method a little more. That's powerful, man. Especially for quick maintenance. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I want to beat that dragon. I don't know. I think it might be fear that's like, oh, I've got to get out of here. This sort of thing that I usually do where I'm like, oh, you know, I've got to escape. Which isn't... I don't think that's always a bad, like, impulse. Like, sometimes it's better to get out of a certain area, maybe. But... Or it might be, but it might help. But you know what? I want to go and kill that fucking dragon. Okay, wait. Oh, is this the dragon? Maybe. Yeah, okay. Well, here we go. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Yeah, this guy looks scary, but he's actually not that hard. If you know how to roll and stuff. I mean, if you're sloppy, he can still get you, but... Oh, fuck. Are you kidding me, dude? Okay. I hope I don't die here. Oh, I was blocking. Good. Oh, fuck, no. Yep, that would have been bad, probably. Okay. Oh, nope. Come on, man. Come on, wimp. Come on, wimp. That's a Devil May Cry 3 reference. Come on, wimp. You do that as much as you want. That's like Hot Shots Golf. They used to have... In video games, they used to have little annoying things where you got to, like, just say whatever you want. You got to, like, press a button and basically make a noise. And it was like one of those old toys, or one of those toys when you were a kid, maybe, where you'd press a button and the toy would make a noise. And it was really funny. And you just kept doing it. Hot Shots Golf was another good one. Especially, like, whatever, Hot Shots Golf 3 maybe was the one I had for PS4 or something. Whatever. Or maybe 4. No, I think, you know what? I think my friend ended up getting 4. I think I had 3, though. And, yeah, people had their little lines that they would say. Cream cheese. Cream cheese. You know? Oh, okay, we can rest. Alright, actually, yeah, I want to rest for a couple seconds here. Could I allow myself to welcome this feeling? Could I let any residual feelings go? Would I? When? Ooh. Okay, the only way to win is by letting go. So let go. Okay. Okay, we're fucking good. Or we're good enough. Okay. Maybe we're good, actually. Can I open this door? Oh, big pilgrim's key, okay. How many souls do I have? 280, okay. I think that might be all the souls I can get from this area, maybe. If it is, then that breaks down to 3 for the area, which is interesting. Oh boy, okay. What does this say? Item ahead. Oh, is there really? Yeah. Because a lot of the times they'll trick you. Well, we can count that as part of the souls in the area. Because you get souls when you use that. Actually, yeah, let's see what the 3 turns into. Okay. Hold on. Turns into... Oh! Okay, it turns into a 5. There we go. Yeah, man, look at this. This is like this is the wasteland of your life, right? This is the land of the dead. Or the undead asylum. Maybe this is your life if you have lit the fire. And now you're journeying to the world that you can now help with because you have been trapped in this undead asylum. Only the people who are still alive were trapped. Or were undead.
One day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
Yep, that's what I'd like to do.
To the land of the ancient lords.
Okay.
Lordran.
Lordran period. That might be a good title for this if I put it on YouTube. Okay. Now, Lordran, you could look at that as sort of satanic, like Lordran. Like, ran away. That's interesting. Adaptability was a good one in the second game. We don't even have it here. What do I want? Maybe strength, just real quick. But strength tends to be kind of bad. Or limited, maybe. Like, look, that does almost all the same things. But it doesn't help with the L weapon. Does anything help with the L weapon? No. Yep. Strength it is. And we go to 7 on the L weapon, 43. Haphazard Seminary. Haphazard Seminary. Oh my goodness. Is somebody putting these on, like, intentionally? Seminary. What have I been talking about? I've been talking about semi-spiritual stuff. Is somebody, like, putting these names together intentionally? Because if not, Haphazard Seminary, semi-spiritual stuff, so it's kind of haphazard. It's not one necessarily tradition, but it's all these different ones. It's like, oh my goodness, man. It might be somebody, like, fucking with me, or this is, like, crazy good synchronicity. I guess this is usually the type of stuff I talk about, but still, it fits. Okay, and I can get another, let's do Vitality. That'll give us some more health. And then let's save the rest for whatever. And let's save the rest to maybe lose the rest, right? Okay, where's this guy?
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well,
hey, if I'm alive, I'm alive.
Let me help you.
If I'm not, I'm dead.
There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church.
Undead
the other
church.
is far, far
Blight Town.
below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town.
You have to do both?
And something happened.
Okay, Undead Church,
Brilliant
Blight Town.
work. Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. It's funny because I have played enough of this game. Oh, it's 7:32, so I can only play until 8, then I'm doing Sedona method, so I can play another 28 minutes. That's funny, 28 plus 28. And my birthday is on the 28th, I kid you not. Another 28 minutes or so, let's say 27. That breaks down to a 9, still keeps it at a 1. As a 1, okay, so let's go. What do we got here? That's gonna be... Well, 30 minus 3, so that's funny, Matt. What are you saying that for? 58 minus 3, 55. Okay, yeah. Keeps it at a 1, right? Okay. What do you mean 1? I'm breaking the numbers down. 5 plus 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Man, I can't wait to be not surrounded by evil people. Because here's the thing, I'd like to help people when they're evil. Like, I'd like to help them. But if somebody is unrepentantly evil, and I think this gets into some Christian stuff. Like, if somebody's unrepentantly evil, they're just fucking devoted to being evil. And they're actually, here's the real thing, they're devoted to tearing you down when you're trying to get out of, like, that mire of that energy. Then they're actually, like, they're not your enemy where, like, you fight them, but they do become your enemy where, like, they are trying to hurt you, and so you've got to get away, or you don't have to get away, but it'd be good for you to. Now here's the girl, and she, if you don't do something here, she will actually die, or something somewhere she dies, and so I let her die last time. I didn't really know what was going on. I never beat this game before, but I got far enough to let her die, and then I had to go through some shit to, like, recover her. revive her or whatever. I had to go through some shit to like make it so that her dying, to revive the fire rather at the link. Not too many spoilers, hopefully, for anybody who's like now disappointed, but yeah. So this is the hard way. This is the hard way. You go down here, and it's like, oh, we got some zombies. That's not too bad. It's like, phew. Yeah. Then you have some ghosts. What do we have here? Good luck. Yep. Contraption does not move. Not when I'm already ready to go. Okay, hold on. What am I feeling right now? Could I allow myself to welcome this feeling as best I can? Fuck. Ooh, yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, that did something. Could I let this feeling go? Would I? When? Okay. All right, let's go. Oh, fuck. I used my S. Whatever. I have fucking 10? Are you kidding me, dude? I guess I get 10 because the Firelink Shrine. I just had a sense of, like, being kind of scared away from this. Now, here's the thing. It might be a sense of, like, intuition. Like, okay, intuition, you gotta stop. But at this point, I'm kind of sick of being led around like a dog on a fucking chain. It's like, well, Matt, see? Like, truly. Like, it's... If the intuition is like, no, now you gotta stop, like you fucked up or you did something in a way where this stream has to end now, it's like, well, Matt, what did you do? Exactly. It's very intuitive, and it's like, well, how did you get here, Matt? But by following your intuitive stuff. So if you feel like you've gotten to a good place, you know, you're gonna keep following it. But then there's a book that says what got you here won't get you there. I'm not quite sure what got me here, and being sort of slavish to like a sense of like, oh shit, I gotta go now, even though I'd like to continue playing. It's like, you know, at a certain point, maybe you get an idea that you should heed warnings, but at another point, maybe you get an idea that the warnings might not be real. Or maybe you go beyond the warnings and you say, I'm not going to live in this torture, nightmare, Twilight scenario where here I am and I'm just waiting for some intuition of like, you've got to stop whatever you're doing now because, you know, it's reached its completion point, even though you feel like you'd like to go further, and it doesn't seem like there's any particular specific reason that you would not go forward. It's like, well, what would the reason be? Well, the reason might be that someone hit me with some fucking negative energy, and me going forward, I'm going to be contaminated by that, and then I'm just going to start to descend more and more into what the fuck they do. That might be a good reason to not go forward. But if we go back to this thing, the only way she can get you is by you. Oh, the only way she can't get you is by you letting go. So could I let go and get out of this? Let's do that as a question. Could I let go and get out of whatever trap I might be in? Ha. Ooh, boy. Okay. The stream is called Dark Souls Serious, and it's fucking serious, dude. Okay. Yeah, but what's at the center of RPG life? Electivity. What's electivity? Electivity is fuck you. I mean, it's not fuck you, but electivity is I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But here's the thing. A lot of people who speak in that way, they end up being very shitty. But I'm not sure a lot of people who speak in that way actually live that way. In fact, I think a lot of people who speak in that way are the biggest slaves of all, and they're really fucking shitty because they're still in a slave mindset. It's like, well, Matt, you don't like slaves? It's like, no, I'm not saying I don't like people under slavery. Well, in a certain way, we're all under slavery. You get a fucking job, they take like half of what you fucking make, you're a slave. You're a literal slave. We're all under slavery if we're making money in this system, and we're doing it legitimately, as in we pay our extortion money. And I'm not trying to Fed post or whatever. I'm not looking to say like you shouldn't pay your extortion money, because it would be a more moral thing for you to not be extorted by whatever group of people, whether they call themselves government or not. It would be more moral and actually more courageous of you to say, I will not be extorted. But if you refuse to be extorted, they will come and fucking hunt you down. That's our world. That's the world we're living in right now, man. I'm not Fed posting. I'm telling you what the fucking world is. All right? That's our fucking world. If you don't pay your extortion money, if you don't pay their extortion money, you will be hunted down. Don't ever call it your taxes. It's their taxes. And don't call it taxes. It's extortion money, okay? Oh, Matt, you fucked up there. You thought to say monies after money and spell it MONEYS because that's what you had to do, or else you fucked up, right? It's like, is that a delusion or not? I think that might be just more of the fucking, yeah. Could I get out of whatever trap or fault I might have walked into? You don't always get a yes with the Sedona method or self-inquiry questions. But if you get a no, go with it. And see what happens. You might get a yes later, or you might release or whatever. Okay. So yeah, electivity. I don't think all the people talking about like my freedom, my body, my choice. I get to kill a baby whose body is ironically not my body. It's a different body. But it's in my body. But if I hug you, then you're in my body too, right? It's like, no, all the people who talk about like freedom in like really shitty and evil terms, they're probably to a one probably actually. If they're that bad, they're probably dishonest, and they're probably huge fucking followers and slaves. I'm not saying no members of the actual like Illuminati and shit who would consider themselves elective people. Maybe they're not either. But I'm not saying no members of the actual Illuminati and shit would be supporting like babies being killed. They probably would, but I'm saying probably someone who talks like that, probably an effing slave, beyond being just morally ugly and just awful. Okay. Ooh boy. Oh, talk. Okay, let's see.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head.
Yeah, how about that?
More importantly, you're free.
Yeah.
Well,
What was I talking about, man?
I'm Ricky of Vinay. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
I can believe it, man. I can certainly believe it. I was once a book editor. Okay. What is it?
Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there.
Now that's
Although,
interesting.
I must admit, not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in things.
Anyone watching this, I could edit your shit. I'll show you what made me the best of the fucking publishing company, literally to the point of being promoted to senior editor. Or, I don't know, like other people who are at higher levels may have considered themselves to have better editing, and I'm not saying I was better than them, but I'm saying I was good enough to be the editor, so hold on. But you'll get a little fear. Like, you'll get something that jumps in and says, after you say hold on, you gotta say okay. Like, it's that little intuitive, but it's like fear. It's like, and if you don't do this, you gotta shut down the stream, or like you failed or something. And it's like, ooh boy. It's like, you follow that like nudge, and things turn out well. But maybe the things that turn out well are actually like, they're turning out just well enough for you to think that following that nudge is a good thing to do. And I'm not saying that it's not necessarily, because, you'd like to follow your conscience, and the conscience might operate in a similar way. But that may be like satanic replicating of the nudge. That might be Satan replicating the nudge of the conscience with that. I don't know. But there's certainly some evil shit. Whether it's Satan walking around like a roaring lion or it's Amiri Baraka with the great poem In Town, you can hear it on the Roots song, Something in the Way of Things, where he basically is delivering that poem and the Roots are playing in the background. That's where I heard of it from. But Amiri Baraka, he says there's something in the way of things. Something that will stop and won't start. Something that you can't stand, can't know, get along with. Like death. Riding on the windshield, waiting for its cue. Oh my God, something entirely fictitious and true. Oh my God, I love that fucking poem, man. What a great poem. And that's a guy who will be like, he literally says in that poem, like, the white boy's lying rag. Like, he's like, you know, you'll see some anti-white shit in his poetry, but like, he's a real motherfucker. Like, he's a real motherfucker. He's the guy who is poet laureate in New Jersey, and they destroyed the whole position of poet laureate because 9/11 happened, and he wrote a fucking poem about it. Not a fucking poem saying, oh yeah, we believe the media. He wrote a poem saying, who blew up the towers? and then he was basically fired as poet laureate, but or at the very least the entire position was like stopped after his tenure. That's how fucking cool he was. And then the guy from the Roots, Black Thought, later says, you can never take the pen away. I'm Leroy Jones. Who's Leroy Jones? Leroy Jones is the first name of that's the name of Amiri Baraka before he was Amiri Baraka. You can never take the pen away. I'm Leroy Jones, okay? So yeah. Okay, hold on. And also, oh no, the Ernest Hemingway of B-boy poems. You can never take the pen away. I'm Leroy Jones. See, he mentions Hemingway too, who's also fucking great. Check out The Sun Also Rises, man. I don't know if you'll find a better book. That might still be my #1 favorite novel. The Sun Also Rises. Ooh boy. Okay, let's modify our equipment if we can. But first, let's let go. Could I let go of any sense of discomfort? Could I let go of any sense of holding on? That's a good one. That one will get you there, right? It's like, so what, Matt? If you're like at work, are you going to be like sitting there kind of like doing this and trying to let go? It's like, well, if I'm at work and I'm like in front of people and it's not literally my fucking show, then I'll likely not be navigating in quite the same way. But if it's my fucking show, then yeah, I'll fucking sit here and like do that. And then you can see what it might look like to let go when you're dealing with some serious shit. Right? You can fucking make fun of me all you want. I've been through that shit, man. I've been forged in fire. Check out Forged in Fire. I recorded a video years ago on mattthoughts.com. I've been through that fucking shit. So, yeah, I'll fucking let go. Ella Stewart, what's up? How are you? How are you, Ella? But yeah, I will fucking let go, and I'll also fucking explain it. I am good. Well, great. But no, if the question is like, if you're at work or something, would you do that if you had a job? It's like, I'd probably like walk into another room if I was gonna like try to like let go in a way where it's like, I've got to like literally fucking stop. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, whatever. Let's keep going. No weapons for Ascension. Okay. Reinforced weapon. Apparently not. How's your stream going? All right. Well, you can tell. Anyone, believe me, many people have asked, and I'll just cut right to the chase. Many people have asked, and most people who have asked, how's your stream going, right after they start commenting, they end up wanting to sell me something or they're a bot. So you can see for yourself if you want to see how my stream's going. But if you're a real person, I welcome you heartily to the stream. A real person who's not looking to sell me something or whatever. Repair. How damaged is it? required souls 10. Doesn't look like it's that damaged. Okay, I'll repair it another time. Purchase item. Do I not have any magic as this Wanderer character? Okay, how much is this? 500. And these are thousands. Okay, so if I bought this, I still wouldn't be able to necessarily get this very soon. Not right away. Okay.
What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed. Undead.
You gotta go back to the electivity, though. That's... Because if you're... Here's the thing. If you're not taking charge of your life, then why are you not? Are you defending yourself, or are you afraid? Electivity. That'll get you right there. And then, you might say, well, I look around and I see the people who talk about freedom all the time, and they're the worst people in the world. It's like, yeah, but I don't think they actually are taking the reins in their life. I think they're talking about freedom because they hear the people on their like left-wing MSNBC shit talk about freedom, or their right-wing shit talk about freedom, and then they talk about freedom referring to what those people are talking about, and that's not taking the reins on your life at all. But then those people go around loudly talking about freedom, and the people who might actually take the reins in their life, they might sit there and consider, well, I don't know if I want to go for freedom itself, because if I go for that, then I might end up like one of these people. And it's like, no, actually, those people might be basically doing blasphemy, and they might be talking about freedom, but that's not what they're talking about, and so they give you a bad idea of something that's actually different. So, yeah, hold on. So, like, if you're... Like, I don't want to fucking sit down like this. I want to fucking take charge here. So that's what we're going to fucking do. Let's see. Maybe we can fucking do it for the rest of the stream. See, Ella stopped speaking very quickly. I think I remembered the name Ella Stewart, by the way. And I've got the 3-question sequence written down here, by the way. So, I mean, I've put this on YouTube before, but Matt versus the marketers. It's predictable to see who's a bot or who's a marketer, who's just somebody trying to fucking fuck with your stream. And so Ella didn't keep talking. Maybe if she was a real person, she would have kept talking. Alright. And it's like, well, Matt, you don't have to fucking... Like what? Nameless Coles, he's like, I call a bot. It's like, if it's a real fucking person, you don't have to fucking try to convince them that this person is likely a bot. All you have to say is, wow, they came onto my stream and they asked how it's going, without commenting on anything in particular, or in fact saying how they think it's going. So that doesn't seem like they're very engaged. In fact, it seems like they might just be asking that and not caring so that they can ask another question. Or just waste all my time. Fuck up my stream again. Which, it's weird. It's like, Matt, you really think people do shit to fuck up your stream? It's like, I've had this happen enough, and like with recurring names and shit, they're putting in a lot of fucking effort to not make any money off me. So the reward must be something else. Because if they continue to come back under the same names, either it's literally a bot or something and it's not somebody like spending all this time, or it's somebody spending time for a different reward. Because I don't think anybody would be spending time coming to my stream over and over again, and I give them the same fucking response every time. Unless they want to A, laugh at me or something, or B, fuck with my stream. So yeah, you can see how reasonable you think that is. We got any psychiatrists in the audience, they'll be like, oh, Matt, I think you're paranoid, and Ella was actually a very nice young woman. And because she's a young woman, she's inherently better than you are as a man. It's like, yeah, I bet you'd say that, fucking psychiatrist.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. I don't know. Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
That's a good screenshot. Going hollow could solve quite a bit. See, that's what I don't want to do. That's actually a perfect thing to move to. Going hollow could solve quite a bit. I see the people around me, they've gone hollow. I don't want to go hollow. I see the people around me, they talk about freedom. They act like hedonists, they do this and that, and they don't give a shit about truth. They'll lie to you 8 times before they tell you the truth about anything. Truly. Or that might be somewhat extreme, but like basically like they don't care about truth. I would say they might be the people who have so-called gone hollow. And so what I tend to be sort of nervous about when I'm around these people, or when I'm getting an idea of like, oh, you know, you need to do this, you need to stop the stream, like you've reached the point of completion, and if you go forward, you're going to fuck things up. I'm worried about turning into one of them. And so I'm worried about going hollow. But maybe, as we talked about here with electivity, and some would say, why don't you just say choice? Because choice is synonymous with baby killing. But electivity, that might even be better anyway. You're electing yourself, right? How about that? Rather than fucking somebody else being selected, right? But yeah. I don't want to go hollow. And so the other day, and I talked about this on another stream, I thought, like, I don't want to turn out like them. And then it was like, okay, so what are they like? They are dishonest and dis-good. Okay, so be honest and be good. You will not be quite like them. Like this person, if this is a person, not a bot, this is a dishonest person trying to sell shit on somebody's stream and pretend they're interested in what they're doing. That's a dishonest and dis-good person. They are not being honest or good. They are masquerading as interested in a stream, and then they're coming to a stream and spending the streamer's time for their own purposes. Not great behavior. And by the way, oh boy, I just fucking made it on that one. Dishonest and dis-good. They're bad and they're bad and they're a liar. This person, unless it's a bot or something, like this person appears to be both bad and a liar, at least a little bit. Inconsiderate and dishonest. You know. It's like, well, Matt, what? Taking the reins. They're taking the reins. They're doing what's of their interest. Yes, they're doing what's of their interest at the expense of me. They're coming to my stream and saying, I'm going to derail whatever he's talking about to ask him vague questions, and then probably next say, so what other games do you play? And then if he lets me get through the whole spiel and I'm not a bot, then I am going to, as a person, I'm going to ask him to buy some fucking layouts and even potentially say, your layout doesn't look too good, and kind of insult him beforehand. Give him some of that Tony Robbins pain, and then he'll have the pleasure of getting your layouts. It's like, no, that's not good. That's not a good behavior. That's someone who's doing something at my expense. They're coming in and they're seeing something I'm doing, and they're doing it at my expense. It's like, well, Matt, what are you doing at someone else's expense? I could potentially, you could say I'm doing various things at other people's expense right now, but what I'm not doing is specifically going into someone else's mode of like what they're doing and stopping them from doing it so that I can get them to pay attention to me and hopefully do something that I want them to do, but stop them. That's where I'd say the not good comes in, the dis-good. And the dishonesty comes in with them. It's just them pretending, putting on a show of like, oh, I'm good. Oh, how are you? Hey, with like 3 Y's to make it look really fun. Like, how are you? Hey, this is really casual. How are you doing? How's your stream going? It's like they're asking all that, but if they don't actually care how it's going, then at the very least they're not being maybe completely sincere, or there may be some deceptive element of it. And so the dishonesty is, you could argue it's right there to begin with, and then the dis-good is as well. This part, okay. Oh, fuck. This guy can give me poison, I think. Shit. One thing I don't like about this fucking weapon is it's difficult to swing forward. In fact, I might switch to a different weapon. I don't like the scimitar. I'd rather swing forward. Okay, you know what? I'm getting to 8 though, so we're gonna end the stream probably right now. So, alright. Anyone who watched it had fun? Great, thank you. Anyone who watched it on YouTube, if I put it on there? Great, thank you, man.